What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 14 of our podcast, Sip in Sports. I'm Dave. This is Chris. How are we?
We're good.
Do we want to just get it out of the way right away about the golf match last week? I mean, it was pretty good for you.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm good.
Yeah, see, I told you, look at the smile. I told you. But I know we have more golf this weekend, which will be a good time. So the weather's starting to turn up.
Well, we can say the scores. 91 for myself.
Yeah. Well,
80
but
for David.
I wasn't part of the competition, but last shot, I think, in the triple digits. I don't remember what he finished, 101 maybe?
101. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a tougher day. It was a hard...
It's okay.
There's
no hiding anymore.
No. It's out. It's out now, and it's gonna be live.
Yeah.
So he better start bringing his A game, or else it's gonna go fast. So.
Yeah. Considering he said, I mean, we don't have to get too much into it, but his goal was to beat me every time this year.
Did you guys have anything on it?
Yeah.
A case of beer.
Yeah.
It always feel like that's always a safe 12-pack, 6-pack.
Yeah. There's always something. You gotta put a little something.
I mean,
on
maybe you should start doing 6-packs and stuff, and then the beer we could try it on here.
That's true.
So food for thought.
That's a good idea. How are you?
I mean, we did win $2 from you. Lesh did come out with $2 on par 3 challenge.
Oh yeah.
From you. So
yeah.
he did not.
I gotta get.
He wasn't the big loser.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I'm good. I'm good. The weather's great. It's pickleball season. It's in full force.
Big time.
Yeah, you can finally it's starting to get to that weather where it's like what we've been wanting, but then it's so hot that it's humid and everyone's like, God, this is gross.
Yeah.
It's just that gross.
But you're not going to find any complaining from me because I'd rather have this than the cold.
Oh, 100%. I am not a cold weather person.
If anybody ever complains, I'm like, well, I'd rather have this than the cold. Yeah. So you can't really, I mean, you get one or the other.
Well, I think the people that complain usually also will complain about the cold. So it's like they want it to be like 60 to 75, perfect every day. Too bad. Where it's like, you ain't going to get that.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're going to go to get that. But.
Yeah. But anyways, so.
That was our rant.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching our TED Talk.
We're gonna get right into it. We're talking U.S. Open, and we are giving a little preview of the NCAA baseball tournament.
Yeah.
A little bit later. So starting off, best thing you saw in sports this week?
Yeah, mine relates to the baseball tournament. So it was Notre Dame beat Tennessee, who was the number 1 overall seed. Mm-hmm. It's only a handful of times that's been happened. But I think what makes it so much better is you see all these videos about Tennessee, and they're the bad boys of college baseball. They're flipping people off. They're chirping. And I mean, it's great for the sport, but I'm just glad Notre Dame came and beat them. I mean, I really am.
Does the coach say anything? Like,
no, the coach.
Oh, they shouldn't do this, or.
Well, he gets asked, and he's kind of a younger, cool. I mean, he's a cool guy. He's a competitive guy, and he's just like, well, that's their competitive spirit. I'd rather have that. But it's also like when you're rounding first base mid-game, flipping off the center fielder because he missed a ball. Probably not great.
Yeah, that's not what you.
Food for thought. I mean, I like that. If you hit a home run, pimp it a little bit, do whatever. Cool. It's to go to College World Series. It's emotional. It is what it is. But the whole like respect the game, flipping people off. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. I've never seen that before. Truthfully.
No, I haven't either.
I mean, that was a wild move.
Yeah. Well, that was not that long ago.
No, that was only in their regional. That wasn't their super regional. So that wasn't against Notre Dame, but it was to go to the super regional.
But everybody remembers it. There was enough videos that everybody saw it.
It's all over Twitter.
Yeah.
The guy's famous. Yeah. Great player, but also that's ambitious.
Well, it's just karma. I mean,
100%.
When you do that, everybody remembers it. So inevitably, when you lose, then they're going to make a big deal out of it.
Right. It's like you kind of add it on. It's just like two birds with one stone. It's like, oh, you were also cocky about it and arrogant, and you lost. So now I'm for sure rooting against you.
Right. Exactly.
What do you got?
My top thing was Steph Curry's performance, specifically in Game 4 of the finals. He had 43 points, literally just making everything. I mean, he's carrying his squad.
Oh yeah. I mean, it makes sense why he was the top MVP predictor. I mean, he was. I mean, that was pretty obvious. I mean, it's obvious now. Golden State wins. He's handed the thing.
Yeah, but I did see that there's a possibility that even if they lose, he could still get it because he's played that much better and consistently than
like a Jason
anybody else. Yeah.
So here's my question to you, personal opinion. Mm-hmm. Do you think the team that loses the final game, whatever sport it is, like that scenario? Mm-hmm. Do you think they should still give the trophy to someone, like the MVP to the guy on the losing team?
No.
Right. I think that should
I think
take
it
him
should
out.
be on the winning team.
I think if you win, you should also get the MVP. I mean, it's two things.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be like, oh,
It
Steph
should be
Curry,
the
great
best
job.
player on the winning team.
Correct. I love that. I'm
Yeah.
glad we agreed for once.
But he is shooting. So I got his percentages through Game 4. He is shooting 49.8% from the field, 49.1 from 3, and 87.4 from the free throw line. So pretty good.
That's almost like what? Isn't it like a 50, 40, 90? Isn't that like a huge?
50, 40, 90 is the monumental field goal, 3-point, and free throw percentage. Like, what's
Overall.
the word? I guess not barrier, but like
the threshold?
yeah, the threshold for if somebody's a 50, 40, 90 player, then they're regarded as, oh wow, this guy is shooting.
Yeah.
Or guy or girl is shooting very well.
Right.
From anywhere.
So then it begs the question, because like here's the crazy thing is you said, so his free throw percentage is like what, 85? I feel like
it's 87.4 right now, but that's lower.
Yeah, he's usually at like lower 90, not mid, but lower 90, mid to lower. Yeah, he's like automatic.
He's the best free throw shooter in the history of the game, I believe.
Yeah.
But it's fun. A little inside story. So Jordan Poole shot the best free throw percentage in the league this year. Same team on the Warriors. And so whenever there's like technicals or whatever, apparently Jordan Poole jokes with Steph of like, oh, I should shoot these. And Steph's like, no, I'll shoot them.
You ain't getting those.
Yeah. So
those are my free buckets.
Yeah.
Like,
but he did shoot the best free throw percentage in the league this year. So kind of funny. But all right, we're rolling right into the Minnesota Minute. So another light week. Probably going to be the case for a little bit here, but what do you got for us?
So Twins, currently in first place in our division. Took 2 of 3 from the Rays, which was a great win. They play the Mariners and the Diamondbacks on the road, and then the Guardians. So they have kind of a road trip coming up. The Wind Chill are starting out hot. They beat Pittsburgh, and now they play Madison, but that's not for 2 more weeks. They kind of have a week off. And then play. Loons will also be back, I'm pretty sure, this coming up weekend. The Lynx lost to the Fever. They're currently 2-11. They're in last place. They played Seattle on Tuesday, and then they played Vegas on Saturday.
They got to pick it up. We talked about that the last what was it, 2 weeks ago or whatnot? We were like, we got to get it going. But
it's really bad.
Yeah.
That was our team. That was our last championship team right there. It's bad.
Yeah. But
maybe the Wind Chill have it.
It happens.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They must. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how many teams are in the league, but
yeah, they for sure have finals. Maybe they're the new squad.
Yeah, maybe they are. Maybe we'll have to go. They play at Concordia St. Paul. So
Seafoam Stadium.
Local. Yeah.
Okay, so picks recap for the week. Starting with Dave. So 12-9, another solid week from DB. We're going. So the splits are NHL 0-3. Pretty bad.
That's very bad, but it's also NHL's ending soon, thank God.
Yeah. NBA 0-1. Also
NBA's
not very bad, and also ending
No,
soon.
not very good. Yeah, I get it. Yep.
Soccer 3-2. So that UEFA Nations is happening.
I actually had to text Charles. I actually had no idea what those tournaments were because I saw teams playing and I was like, oh,
it's like all the teams.
It's like Spain, and then it was like, but nobody I recognized was on Spain. And I was like, what is this? He's like, oh, it's their little competition. And like some teams care, some teams don't care. Like the teams that are playing the World Cup don't really care about it. Because that's why some of those teams like Portugal, it's like, well,
and France.
Yeah, France is trash. They just lost.
Yeah.
It's like these teams that didn't qualify are taking it super seriously. Yeah. Which is great. It's great competition. It's super fun. But I wish I probably should have done my homework and researched it more before.
Yeah, that's a bad call by you.
Yeah, 3-2. Over 500 though.
Yeah. So. And then MLB was the big money maker again, 9-3.
There you go. I stopped betting on the Dodgers.
Which is also MLB not ending soon.
Correct.
So that's a good sign for you.
100%. Great sign for me.
So 12-9 overall. I flipped those numbers. I was 9-12, so not quite as good. But NHL was 2-2. I will say I've been getting a little bit crazier on the prop bets and the anytime score or the points or whatnot. So
you're a prop bet guy.
Not gonna lie, maybe a little bit harder to hit, but you know, I do it on my own choice. So 2-2 NHL, 0-3 NBA, not good. WNBA 0-1. MLB was 2-4, which is also not good. And then soccer, UEFA Nations primarily 5-2.
Yeah, I think you only had one. What did we only have one MLS game?
One MLS game.
Because they was not allowed.
So,
it'll start back up, I think, next
so
week.
the UEFA Nations, 5-1.
Yeah.
That's
I did
good.
see you had a pick
Malta,
and they beat some team, and the team had lost like 8 straight games, and I was like, I've never even heard of this.
Yeah, but
So, like,
if you were looking at the stats, Malta had like 25 shots.
they scored.
They scored 1 goal.
They scored in like the 78th minute. It
Yeah,
was tied
I
at
know.
halftime. It was tied at
I
halftime.
know. They were. I was watching it, and it was like, can we just score? They had like 78% of the possession. They
Yeah.
had like 20 shots on goal, or sorry, 20 shots total, and like 5 or 6 on goal,
goal,
and they
probably.
had 1 goal at the end of the game.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually more wild. I mean, it would have been crazier if they just wouldn't have scored.
I know.
Like, just a pure domination.
Absolutely. But the other team did have 5 defenders. They
Oh,
were
so
like
they played
they
for
were
the draw.
5-3-2.
So they played for the
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They were trying to get a point. Yeah.
and they just did.
No, they did not.
Tough, but
But that's okay. Better luck next week. All right, let's hit the beer and seltzer here. And so, what do we got for the seltzer today?
So seltzer, we have. I think it was last week, 2 weeks ago. We did the Truly version of the Cinco de Mayo kind of thing. So this is the Corona
Yeah.
Seltzerita
It was 2 weeks ago.
strawberry.
Ooh.
Yeah, 6% alcohol.
Uh-huh.
Get you messed up quick.
Yeah, especially if you're drinking it on a hot summer day.
Yeah. So strawberry could be decent,
So we're on the margarita phase.
just for 2 of them.
Okay.
But yes, for now.
And the beer that we're going with today is from Earth Rider Brewery.
You know where that's at?
I'll tell you, it's in Superior, Wisconsin.
Ooh, so you know it's gonna be pretty decent.
It's just across the river from Duluth, Minnesota. Or just across the lake.
Yeah, the lake. It's a big lake.
Just across the bridge. That's what I meant to say. I don't know why I said river.
Yeah.
Just across the bridge from Duluth, Minnesota.
You know it's the biggest of the Great Lakes, Lake Superior.
Yeah.
Can you name all 5?
Lake Superior,
Come on, Hard.
Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, and
Oh, you have this, dude. It's on the tip of your tongue.
it's Lake Erie, Lake Superior.
I'm surprised you didn't do it
Lake
what most people do,
Michigan.
I feel like.
What's that?
It spells Holmes. So it's an H.
Oh, Lake Huron.
Yeah, that boy.
that boy mattered. I knew you had it.
Yeah.
It just needed a little push.
Yeah. Thanks.
So what kind was it?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't even say the actual beer. Earth Rider Brewery. It's called Precious Material, and it's a Hell's Lager.
The heck does that mean?
Well, do you want the description now?
No,
or
we'll wait.
after?
We'll do seltzer first.
Okay.
So this is the Seltzerita Corona hard seltzer, sweetened with real agave and cane sugar with a splash of real Mexican lime juice.
Oh, so
Imported from Mexico.
it's tequila.
Yeah, it sounds like it's strawberry and tequila.
All right.
That's 4 carbs.
Isn't agave tequila?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought agave was like a type of sugar. I could be wrong. It's got a unique taste. You can definitely taste the strawberry.
Mm-hmm. And smell it.
Yeah.
I mean,
the smell is very distinct.
that's all. I feel like I keep saying that every
The
time.
seltzers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's definitely on the nose.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I feel like that's why sometimes they taste like that, because you smell them and you're like, oh, it's strawberry.
I don't know if there's as much taste on the tongue.
No,
I
I feel like there's a lot of carbonation.
yeah, I get a lot of carbonation.
Mhm.
Like once you drink it, if you if you're watching the video and you're looking at the glass, like there's some carbonation in there, but you can't really see a lot.
Not as much as you think.
No, but then once you drink it, it's like bam, and an explosion in your mouth.
It's kind of a weird color too. It's like not clear, but kind of. It's like a white Gatorade.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad though. It's got like, it's not like super flavorful though.
No.
I don't think it has. It doesn't taste like it has tequila though.
It tastes pretty good. I think it tastes pretty good.
I think it's one of the better ones.
It's not super overpowering with the flavor.
Right.
But I don't think that's a bad thing.
No. I wonder, I kind of want to know what other kinds come in this one, because
I also don't think that the carbonation is overpowering. Like, I feel like there's been some. I can't name a specific one.
Truly was.
But it seems like the carbonation is overpowering in your mouth. But this one is like, I want to say like the right amount.
Yeah, it definitely has some carbonation, but it doesn't take away from the flavor. Like the other ones, the carbonation took away from the flavor.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that statement.
I would say it's pretty good. I wonder what makes it so much more percent alcohol. Like 6% is decent.
Probably the tequila.
Or the agave.
if
If that actually is tequila.
Tequila.
But I'm gonna say it's a 6.6.
Okay.
I think it's pretty good. Like I said, I would like to see the other flavors. I think, depending on the other flavors, but like strawberry seems like it's a pretty basic kind of seltzer flavor, which is usually decent. I kind of like strawberry flavored things sometimes. But yeah, I think it's 6.6. Are you looking up what agave means?
Yeah.
But
okay, so 6.6. It's the fermented sap of the agave plant.
what the heck does that mean?
It says tequila is made from agave.
Oh, so it's not technically.
It's not tequila, but tequila is made from agave.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think that it's a 6.5.
That's pretty high for you.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty good.
So they have peach, strawberry, lime, and mango. Those are pretty good kinds.
I feel like that's
They're standard.
similar to what you expect in a combination pack of seltzers.
Like they don't get fancy. It's not like a tropical whatever. It's just kind of your basic.
Well, everybody has to have like a basic, and then you can branch out to the more
extra
tropical or whatnot kinds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
I still think the press is the gold standard for me.
I do have another press that we will be
But
in a future episode.
I think this one is pretty solid.
No, I think this is a good one. I do. I mean, 6.5, 6.6 is a pretty good score.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know how many of them I could drink. So it's kind of like...
It is a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, well, I think that's part of the cane sugar.
Yeah, totally.
Whatever, so...
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
All right, so let's move on to this precious material. Hell's Lager from Earth Rider Brewery. It's got a nice gold can. Superior, Wisconsin. The description on the can says, Old Bavaria meets Great Lakes adventure. German hops and Lake Superior water create an invigorating beer. Bright and refreshing.
Pause. Lake Superior water?
That's what it says.
What?
Only the best and the coldest.
It is cold.
From-
Lake Superior is cold.
From the biggest Great Lake.
There you go. Oh, boy. I mean, it is cold. But let's be honest.
It says hold fast. I don't understand that.
hold fast.
Yeah.
I don't know what
That's what it says up here too. I don't
Hold
maybe
fast.
that's their tagline.
Does that mean like drink it fast?
Maybe.
Hold fast.
It's a 5.5%. What was your son?
6.
6.
Ooh, that is unique.
5.5%.
That is very unique. I mean, I don't know if I've ever had what is it, Hell's Lager?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had one of those.
What do you think of the smell? You smell the water?
Not really. I smell the water, like the Lake Superior water.
I'm just messing with you.
I wouldn't know what that truthfully smelled like, to be honest, but I don't know. I think
What do you think?
It's unique. It definitely is unique. I like it more than some, but I just don't think it's kind of one up there in my favorite. It doesn't have like any kind of spark to it, I don't think. Like, it's just a basic brewery beer.
Tell me what if you're getting this too. I feel like the aftertaste, like you drink it, you swallow it, and then you feel there's nothing in your mouth. I'm getting like the aftertaste of an IPA.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would say it tastes more like an IPA than it does like a beer.
Like a lager.
Lager.
Yeah.
/ like an ale. It definitely has.
But do you think that's the aftertaste? Because that's what I think.
I think it's part of the.
It finishes
aftertaste.
like that.
Do you think it's because of the water, the mixture of the water?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
I wonder. That's kind of curious.
I think it's the German.
The German in it.
Yeah.
So it's from Superior, Wisconsin.
Yep.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
All right. So what do you give it?
Based on smell, taste, I would probably say
Based on all of it.
6.2. Average. A little bit more than average. I think it's better than average because when I drink it, I like it more because it's feels light. It tastes lighter.
Mm-hmm.
On the lighter side. Like I said, I don't know what a Hell's Ale or Hell's Lager.
It's a lager.
So.
Okay. 6.2, you said?
6.2.
I'm going to give it a 5.9. Not really.
Ooh, that's not your favorite then.
No. I just don't feel like it finishes well.
So you don't like the
For
aftertaste?
me, no.
You don't
not
like
really.
Lake Superior water?
Well, I like Superior water. It's just not a good finish.
Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't really. It's just it tastes average.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you think about it, it tastes average, and it's like, like I said, it doesn't have that extra spark to it where it's like that was very good.
Nothing
I love
special.
that aftertaste.
Nothing special.
So there you go.
Take it or leave it, but
just leave it.
If you don't
leave it,
if you don't go get the Earth Rider Brewery Precious Material Hell's Lager, you're probably not missing much.
Yeah.
You could find other ones.
Yeah, you could actually just go right across the bridge and stay in Duluth. They have a lot of good beers.
There are a lot of good breweries.
Like the Castle Danger and all that stuff.
Yep.
So you could stick on that side.
Yeah, definitely.
This just also shows Minnesota greater than symbol Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's one of the many reasons.
Feathers, but
all right. So since we talked golf game earlier, we're also we've kind of been on a trend here. Last week we talked about the Live Golf a little bit. This week we got the U.S. Open coming up, starting today, Thursday. So
yeah, I actually will throw this out there. Did you see that Live Golf thing? I was looking more into it, and the last place player in 3 rounds was like plus 25. 25 plus 25 total, and he won
cashing a check.
He won 120 grand.
They're cashing a check.
Plus 25.
That's really
And
bad.
it kind of goes back to what we said. It's like one of those things where like, and I know golf is a day-to-day sport and everyone can get hot or it's just golf, so like whatever, but if you're never going to make it in the PGA, dude, this is great.
Yeah.
You're making 120 grand.
Yeah.
And everything's already paid
in a weekend.
In 3 days.
Yeah.
And guess what? Your flight's paid for. Your house is paid for. Everything's paid for. The guy that won, Charles Schwartzel, 4.75 million.
Because he got some in the team competition or what?
I have no idea. I don't know if
I
that
thought it
was
was
the
4.
first. I thought it was 4 too. They said 4.75.
Oh.
So
almost basically 5. Almost.
you win 2 tournaments. You just won $9.5 million.
Yeah.
You win 1 tournament. He wins 1 tournament. 4.75. That is good enough for you.
I mean, you could even stink and you could still get some from the team competition.
Right.
And
Which would be interesting to see how that goes because it's like, do they redraft?
yeah.
Like how does the team work then? Like the final.
I don't
match,
know.
You know.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
When
to
we
see
were
that.
at least when we were looking it up before, it didn't really give exact specifications on the match play at the final one.
Yeah, the one that's in Miami.
Because you got 7, like I guess preliminary ones, and then the finals.
Yeah. But
yeah, interesting. But that's pretty good payday for going plus 25.
Yeah, plus 25.
Okay, so let's go into the U.S. Open. So, well, kind of related. So the RBC Canadian Open was last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Rory took that home.
Yeah, he did very well. He also even took a few shots at the Live.
Yeah.
Live golf tournament, which I want to see. I kind of think, and I know people are going to hate it, I kind of like the little controversy back and forth. It gets the people going. It's what people want to see.
I wasn't really expecting there to be that much like back and forth with the guys.
Well, that's the thing. It really wasn't back and forth with the guys. It was more like, hey, here's my time to shine. I'm going to take a little shot at Greg Norman in the Live tournament.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not really going to take shots. Like, it's not, I feel like the guys don't care.
Everybody knows that that's what it was.
I support it. I actually support more that he does it in the fact of, like, he's taking a shot at Greg Norman, who's the CEO of the Live tournament, and not like Dustin Johnson. Like, they've already come out and said, like, hey, if he wants to go get paid, get paid. I mean, you make 150 mil, who's going to turn that down? Right. Not a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's great. I love it. It's like a little back and forth. People love that.
I thought it was interesting that, because I was watching a little press conference from Dustin Johnson, and he was like, the reason I joined it was to play less golf.
Yeah.
Because you can make enough money in however many weeks there are in it, plus a couple majors. And it's like, okay, so you got 8 weeks for the Live Golf, plus the 4 majors. That's 12 weeks. Then you got 40 weeks to do whatever you want.
Well, I think what makes it hard...
Just go practice.
Yeah, I think what makes it hard is the fact of when you're playing in the PGA... Like, you have to play a lot of tournaments to get those points towards the FedEx points. Or if you don't play 3 or 4 tournaments in a row, you're kind of hurting yourself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know it's a little off kilter, but I think it's like the same thing. It's just like, I think that's why some people kind of get burnt out. Mm-hmm. And for him also, like, I mean, I wish some people would just come out and say, like, dude, you made $150 million.
Yeah.
Like, let's call a spade a spade. I mean,
they
paid you $150 million, and if you probably come back next year, they'll do something. I mean, I think it is interesting, though. I saw Phil Mickelson is playing in the U.S. Open. I thought they were all suspended. He just did a press conference at the U.S. Open. So I don't know how... See, I'm so confused.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see how
it pans out.
How this week... Because this is the first weekend that there's both of them. And so we'll see how the weekend goes.
Yeah.
And what it looks like. We'll give you guys a little recap on what happens.
No,
next
100%.
Week. But yeah, it'll be interesting. So we got current odds as of Monday. June.
This is U.S. Open now. Sorry, we're going back.
U.S. Open current odds as of Monday, June 13th. You got Rory as the favorite coming off of the RBC Canadian Open win. He's at plus 1,100. You got JT at plus 1,200. You got John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler, both at plus 1,300. Mm-hmm. So those are the top 4. So that's... Do you want to explain, like, plus 1,100? What does that mean?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously the closer to even or 0 you are, that's better odds. And if you go minus whatever, but no one's minus.
That's worse odds.
That's worse odds. Well, worse odds, what means he's more likely to win.
Right.
So, like, 1,100 means if you bet $1 or $10, you'd win $110. Mm-hmm. So
all of the plus numbers, that's anticipating a $100 bet.
Yep.
So if you bet $100,
you'd win $1,100.
And Rory wins at plus 1,100, you would win $1,100.
Yep. Right. And so I mean, I think what's crazy though about the golf always is like the top guys are always the top 10, top 5, 10. It's just is kind of interesting because I think it's one of those things where it's so close. Like, I know it's plus 1,100 or plus whatever, 1,500, but that's so close, I feel like. Mm-hmm. In relativity to other sports where it's like, hey, that team was plus 500 versus plus 300.
And there's no shot to win it.
Yeah, it's like you watch like some of these soccer games and it's like plus 300. It's like that team is probably going to get beat.
Yeah. By 3-0.
But I think, like we said, with every golf tournament, I mean, these guys are all great golfers. They're all be in contention. It just is who can put together 4 great rounds.
Right.
I actually saw a crazy video. I think it was on Instagram or TikTok, whatever, some social media. And the guy was on one of the holes at the U.S. Open and dropped a ball straight down. and it was such a big hill that it literally rolled off the green, like 20 yards and rolled off.
Really?
So the greens are impossible.
Yeah.
Greens are fast, greens are hard. But I mean, it's how a major should be. If you're going to win, you're going to win.
Right.
Like you got to win, you got to score low to win. And
Yeah.
I think the weather should be decently fine, which is good. I hate when it's like 80-mile-per-hour winds. It's like, that's just a whole other factor. Golf as hard as it is.
Dustin Johnson's playing the U.S. Open too.
See, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I don't think there is a live golf tournament this week.
They must be able to play the majors.
Mm-hmm. I think that must be what it is, but I wonder if then they can't play like the final FedEx Cup
Right.
or whatever. So, which is fine. I mean, for them,
at that point, they've made enough money, and it's all about the majors, anyways.
well, and like for them, I mean, it's best case scenario. I know people made a big deal, but like, no offense to Dustin Johnson, I don't think Dustin Johnson gives two shits about the RBC Canadian Open. No offense. He'd rather win the
What
US
about
Open.
3?
No, he doesn't give 3 either. 1, 2, or 3.
Oh.
But I think a lot of those guys, when you look at it, like, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to grow. What they're going to say is they're going to say, hey, we're trying to grow the game nationally, internationally, whatever. But you're also doing it in the sense of like, hey, we know there's a lot of money involved. And when money's involved, that's kind of what attracts people.
For sure. Okay, so back to the odds. So you got Rory at plus 1,100, JT plus 1,200, John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler both at plus 1,300. Then you got Xander Schauffele and Cam Smith. They're both at plus 2,100.
Mm-hmm.
So a big jump from the top 4 to the others after that. But Xander and Cam Smith are both right at plus 2,100. So it's pretty interesting because there's a significantly favored top 4 and then it jumps down.
Yeah.
That's not to say that one of the top 4 is for sure going to win it, but that's a pretty big difference.
Oh, 100%. And I think, like, John Rahm won it last year, minus 6. And, like, there were some other guys. So it's going to be tight scoring. I mean, the greens are hard. Like we said,
Right.
The conditions are hard. And I think a few years ago, Brooks Koepka won it back-to-back. But, I mean, it's like I said, it's always those same guys. I just think it'll be interesting to see. I mean, it'll be exciting for sure. It'll be a close match. So
You almost expect, like, a little bit of competition back and forth between the guys that are on the live golf and the guys that are still PGA Tour.
yeah, I mean, I think, it'll be interesting to see who they pair them with. Like if they go, oh, Dustin Johnson, you're still a big name, so we're going to pair you with Justin Thomas. I don't know who the first day matchups are, or if it's like, hey, you guys kind of screwed over the PGA, we're going to leave you guys to the side.
Yeah.
Obviously, you still, I mean, just for TV and ratings and stuff, like you have to. He's still a big name. Like it's Dustin Johnson. He could win.
Right. But if you look at, like, the top guys, odds-wise, all those guys are still PGA Tour guys.
Right.
You know.
So, yeah, and I think it's one of those things. I mean, looking at those guys and looking at all that, I don't know. Could John Rahm go back-to-back? He hasn't been playing very well.
So who do you think's going to win?
Out of the whole field,
Yeah.
I think if I'm to pick a guy, I would say I like Rory. I think Rory, obviously just winning the RBC Canadian, and he's been playing very well. But I think a guy like Cam Smith, who hits his irons very well and is pretty good around the greens, could help out because the greens are tough.
I've been enjoying Cam Smith lately.
I think a lot of people love Cam Smith.
That's
He's just an
last
Australian
time
guy,
I
and
remember.
he's an Australian guy. He likes to have fun. He's just out there because he actually enjoys it, and you can tell he enjoys it. So he would be a good pick. But I think Rory's got to be up there. I don't know if John Rahm would necessarily. I don't think he can repeat it because I just don't think he's good enough around the greens. He's just not consistent. So
Gotcha.
I would say Rory.
Rory's your pick.
Rory would be my pick. I do think sprinkle in a little top 10 for my boy Colin Morikawa. I do like him too. He's very good with his irons. But I just don't think. I think at the U.S.
Big
Open,
iron
like
player.
Dustin Johnson isn't up there because I don't think distance really matters.
Right.
Like it's not like, oh, these shots you're gonna roll out. Like last year, like I said, John Rahm won at -6.
Yeah.
Like the tournaments that are the big tournaments, and the guy wins at -15. Well, that means he probably could hit it very far and had
make up some strokes on the tee.
on the tee. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Who's your pick if you had to? Do you like Cam Smith still?
Yeah, Cam Smith top 3.
Top 3.
Yep.
Wow. I think it's kind of crazy. Matthew Fitzpatrick has kind of been sprinkling his name in these tournaments, and when you watch him play, he looks like he's like 12.
I don't even know who that is.
No, he looks like he's 12. He's a pretty good player. But I think what's crazy about him is the fact that he's always right around top 5, top 10, top 15 in the last few tournaments. But he always falls apart. He just literally crumbles.
So you think he's going to be top 10?
I think he'll make the cut day 2. He'll be in the top 15. I said top 15. I bet you he won't finish in the top 25.
So top 15 going into
Saturday.
3.
Yep.
And not finish top 25.
Not finish in the top 25. He'll crumble.
It just chokes.
He'll win the tournament.
Yeah, right. I think my winners, I'm between JT and Scotty Scheffler.
Oh, JT just won the last one.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think Cam Smith top 3.
So do you think it would go those 3 guys?
No.
Oh, so you think either Scheffler or JT's going to win, or else they're not going to be?
Yeah.
Wow. Nice. I like it.
How's his iron?
I mean, he's just a great player. I mean, he's literally. The thing is, everyone was like, "Oh, he
looks like
win
a
a
cool
major.
guy,
He can't
too.
win this." Oh, he's a bro.
That's who I'm picking. JT.
I think it was 2 years ago. Well, or last winter or something like him, Rory, him, Jordan Spieth,
I feel
Ricky
like
Fowler. Those guys go on like a bro trip, and they just literally play like shirtless, no shoes. They just don't care.
I
And
feel
these
like
are pro
Justin
golfers.
Thomas and Jordan Spieth. I don't know
They're
why.
best friends.
Yeah, are they?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I feel like they're like 2 peas in a pod.
Yeah, now they're both married, so they're kind of different. But like 2 or 3 years ago, when they first kind of were
Yeah.
obviously up and coming and doing well, and like Jordan Spieth was one of the best golfers in the world, like they legitimately would stay at the same place
Nice.
for tournaments. And
Yeah.
they just said, yeah, we'd go in the backyard, we'd play soccer, we'd do whatever, we'd have wine, and we'd wake up the next day and go to golf. And it was like, damn.
That's what you
the
picture.
life.
That's what you picture for like golf trips
Golf trips, yeah. But the thing is, what's crazy
for
about them
regular
is,
people.
yeah, like literally everything is paid for. They
Yeah.
just don't care, and they can wake up and they're so talented that they're like, yeah, I'm
Right.
gonna go out and shoot low. So
All right. Well, we'll see what happens, but it
should be a good tourney though.
should be good.
Should be a
It's
good
always fun when it's the majors because it's a little bit more pressure, a little bit more excitement. But
Oh yeah, I mean it's obviously a major, and I think it's in Massachusetts, so I mean it's one of those tournaments that like I feel like for majors the top golfers kind of turn it up, like they just turn it up. Where it's like some of these other tournaments, it's like, oh, John Rahm finished 25th, but in majors he just doesn't finish 25th.
it's in Brookline.
Brookline, Massachusetts. That's what it says right here.
That's basically Boston, isn't it?
You tell me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's in Boston.
Oh.
That's
Border 6 of Boston neighborhoods. Yeah.
that's actually where my sister lives.
Is she going?
I don't think so. I should tell her that she should go though.
What is she doing?
I don't know.
Does she not like that stuff? She
She's-
could have got us like tickets. We could have a place to stay and everything.
I know.
I mean, I don't want to call her out, but like you got to be better than that.
Yeah, she literally lives in Brookline.
So she lives in Brookline.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk.
All right, I'll have to ask her.
Well, it's a little late now.
Well, I'll have to ask her if she is going
She's
to go.
going. Oh yeah.
It'd be a fun time.
100%.
Okay, let's transition. We're gonna touch briefly on the NCAA baseball tournament because it'll be starting this coming weekend.
Always a good time.
So as of the recording here, we got 7 out of the 8 teams in. So the eighth game's going on. All not quite done yet, so we don't want to make any predictions here.
Mm-hmm.
But the 3 out of the 4 matchups are set already. You got Oklahoma versus Texas A&M. You got Notre Dame versus Texas. You got Arkansas versus Stanford. And you got Ole Miss versus the winner of Auburn and Oregon State.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at it, I think Ole Miss is a great team. They're fun to watch. I don't know. I think it'll be very interesting with the Texas matchup because Notre Dame was the team that just beat Tennessee.
Yeah.
Who was the overall number
So they're
one.
coming in hot.
And a lot of people predicted, and they were like, hey, Tennessee is going to sweep them, and then they're going to go do something. This was like Tennessee's year. And so I think that'll be a good matchup. Texas is a great team, obviously. Number 9 in the nation, but like they just can hit the piss out of the ball.
Yeah.
They can. And so, I mean, all these teams will be very good. I think it's one of those events where it's so fun to watch because it's just so interactive. And like we were talking about at the beginning of this episode, it's just like you see people's raw emotion. Like a lot of the games during the year, it's like, eh.
Well, they're not even on TV.
They're barely on TV, or even if you go to the games and watch them, it's just like, eh, they're just playing to play, whatever. And it's kind of like, I mean, I don't want to say it's kind of like the MLB, but like there's 162 games.
Mm-hmm.
There's something different. That's the MLB. There's something different about the playoffs. There's something different about this, especially with kids making it to Omaha and realizing like, hey, this is my last chance to play. Like I'm gonna go out, and do whatever I gotta do. So usually see some crazy celebrations, crazy hairstyles. You love it. But
it's almost like the Minnesota State hockey hair team.
Hockey hair. I don't know if they have an all hair team, but the hockey. I think that Minnesota hockey hair team takes the cake. That's like what we're known for.
Definitely. Who do you like?
Like I said, I think Texas.
So Texas.
Texas has a chance. I would like to see Texas or Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss is fun to watch. But I don't know.
My pick is whoever wins the Arkansas-Stanford game.
Arkansas-Stanford?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arkansas is a good team too. Stanford's number 2 in the nation.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's one of those things where it's like all these guys, you just got a lot of great players, and it really comes down to pitching. And you have to win. Well, you don't have to, but
winning
the first
game
helps to win the first game.
Yeah.
It's so hard to come back.
Totally.
100%. Especially because it's a double elimination tournament, but it's just, it's so hard.
Yeah. Well, in the Women's College World Series, you had Oklahoma who won, who came from the winner's bracket. Is it set up the same way as the Women's College World Series, where you have the winner's bracket, and then once you get to the semifinals, the loser's bracket team comes and plays them in a 3-game series?
Yeah.
Or if the winner's bracket team wins, then they're just on. But if the loser's bracket team beats them, then they play another one.
They play another one.
It's set up the same.
Yep. And then the championship is a 3-game series on its own, kind of like the women's, where it was Oklahoma versus.
I gotcha.
I think Texas.
Okay. Huh.
Which is crazy because both of those teams are also in the men's.
Oh, Texas and Oklahoma, yeah.
So
that would be
a wild championship.
Well, they're on the same side of the bracket, I believe.
Oh, so that can't happen.
It could.
It would be tough.
But
someone would have to come out from that.
Yeah. They would both have to win, pretty much.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, I think Arkansas or Stanford.
Yeah, Stanford's a good team. Stanford is a good team. But we'll wait and see. It's fun baseball. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
A lot of future draft picks in that, playing those games.
So, yeah, we'll see.
Should we get on to the good stuff?
Yeah. Tell the people what we're doing.
All right, so Nairn is going to go MIA for 5 seconds to go. Oh, just almost tripped. But he's going to grab a quarter. We're going to do a draft. We've done one of these similars and let you guys decide whose is better. The first time I got my butt kicked about the NBA starting 5. This one hopefully will be a little closer, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a snake draft for top 5 appetizers at a restaurant. So obviously snake draft, whoever gets the first round pick, they get 1, next person gets 2, XYZ.
Have we done this before?
We did it with the NBA draft.
Oh.
The one that I got.
How was that one?
I already talked about it.
Oh. Okay.
While you were tripping over the court, I talked about it.
I didn't trip over anything. Okay, so yeah, appetizer. All right.
And once one is said, you can't say it, obviously, so you can't repeat.
Yes, correct. Okay.
Tails.
Yep.
I mean, there's already an asterisk next to it. What was that? Was it tails?
I don't know.
Heads. We're going to the review on this one. Go ahead. What do you want, first or second? So first or second and third?
I want first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with what?
What are you gonna go with?
I'm gonna go with chicken nachos.
Chicken nachos. Okay. So that takes out. Are we saying that takes out beef nachos? We've said that.
Yes.
Okay.
Once nachos are taken,
right,
that includes everything. But I wanted to make sure that mine were chicken nachos.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of beef or whatever. But so I'm gonna go with for my second pick.
For the second
pick, I'm going to go with spinach artichoke dip. Preferred I know this is a little extra, but preferred like when they mix in like some bread. Like you can put it on bread instead of just chips. Fantastic. And then my second one, I want to kind of go off kilter here, but I'm going to go with boneless wings. Boneless wings. Don't give me none of that nasty, messy stuff. Barbecue. If we're keeping track at home.
You do have to, yeah. You can say it. I can't say like boneless wings, but you can specify a kind of boneless
barbecue.
Wings. Okay. I'm gonna go with cheese curds.
Okay.
Next pick. Yep.
Cheese curds.
Yeah.
Interesting. Where do you get cheese curds at? Like Culver's?
No. The last ones that I got were at
The state fair last year.
No, I got them more recently than that. We went to Union 32. It's over in Eagan.
Okay. Is it a brewery or is it just a bar? Is it like a bar and grill? I've never heard of that.
It's one of those places that has the wall of beer. You get a card, you put it, and then you pour it yourself.
So you pay by the ounce.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, it has food. I didn't know.
Yeah. So they actually have a very good menu.
Really?
Yeah. And so we went there for Tony's last day.
Gotcha. Tony, your coworker.
Yeah, Tony, my coworker. Former. But yeah, their cheese curds are pretty good. And also,
what do you like dipping cheese curds in?
My top choice is like a nice creamy ranch.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say ketchup.
No, come on now. Okay, so cheese curds my second pick, 4th overall. And then the next pick is
ooh, this is a big one.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's gonna be Brussels sprouts.
Wow, I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Low key. Brussels sprouts, I'll even give you this. Brussels sprouts, and when they mix a little bacon bits in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you get them fried and you get the Parmesan sprinkled over. Yeah. Like if you go to a place that has good Brussels sprouts, then those things are
they're top
in
notch.
prime.
You need them actually. Like the crispier, the better.
Oh, definitely. And then you can dip it in like a chipotle mayo, chipotle aioli kind of sauce.
Yeah. I will say if my fiance Alyssa listens, you would have her vote, but she doesn't listen, so unfortunately you probably have. Yeah, disrespect on her. I mean, maybe this will get her to listen to Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
At
least I'll have her vote.
Yeah, at least you will. I'm gonna go with my third pick is gonna be a chicken quesadilla.
Okay.
Classic chicken quesadilla with a little guac on the side. No, I don't like sour cream. I don't do the sour cream. I know it's on the side. And then
you get it on the side and you keep it on the side.
Yeah, it definitely stays on the side. And my 4th pick is going to be chicken lettuce wraps. Love those things.
That's a
Tavern on France, chicken lettuce wraps.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss right there. Decent. They're decent. I mean, they're pretty good. I just think you're just. I mean, some people even get them for a meal. I feel like.
Chicken lettuce wrap?
Yeah.
Sometimes. I feel like the chicken quesadilla would be more
100%
a meal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with
your last two here.
My last two, yep. I'm gonna go with
going a little off key here.
Yeah. We'll go with waffle fries.
What? As an appetizer?
Yeah.
So like
good finger food.
Before the meal comes?
Yeah, it's good finger food.
I mean, that's okay. You can write it down.
Yeah. Well,
fries.
I'm going with things that people can share. Nobody's sharing a chicken quesadilla.
100%. That comes on a platter. Like when you order the platter at any restaurant that has like multiple things on it, they for sure give you at least 1 or 2 cuts of a chicken quesadilla.
Well, if they gave you 1, that'd be weird. We can talk reasons why we think our 5 is better after.
This will show who the people really like after those 2 picks, and you're not. I'm just saying.
We're
gonna go after. I'm gonna make my point, but pick your last one.
Make your point after. My last one is going to be. This will probably get a lot of votes or lose a lot of votes. I'm going with calamari. Fried calamari.
I can honestly say, and I have no opinion. I don't think I've ever had calamari.
I think pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, you could say like.
As in top 5.
That's number 5. I would say calamari. I would say I do love a little what is it called? Like little fried shrimp, or whatever it's called, popcorn shrimp, stuff like that. Feel like it's from like Outback Steakhouse. Don't they have like a? Well, that's a bouillon, but they also have.
I don't know.
Bang bang shrimp. Bang bang shrimp. That's a thing.
Okay,
So my last pick, and this is specifically at Mexican restaurants: chips and salsa, green salsa, or guac. Chips and something.
Well, no, you gotta pick one.
Chips
you
and
get
salsa.
or you get
Chips
guac?
and salsa. Well, you usually get both.
No, you don't. Not
100%.
necessarily. Not
They
necessarily.
put it out on the table for you.
They're separate.
Dog, they literally put the chips and salsa out on the table for you.
Yeah, salsa, yes, but
So I don't have to order that. Then I just order the guac.
No, that's not how it works.
I mean, I'll say chips and salsa. I'll say chips and salsa.
So chips and salsa.
Chips and salsa.
All right.
And I'm telling you right now, if we get the same amount of people that vote, this legitimately should not be close. Sorry, this should not be close.
So we got. Do you want
I like your first pick.
Do you want mine to be first?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so mine, Chris, are
This will be
just
Chris.
to make sure.
Oh, so wait, pause. I should say. Well, shit. Now we're actually saying whose is whose. Last time we didn't say whose was whose.
Yes, we did.
No, we said team A, team B.
Oh, well, in the voting,
That's what I'm saying. People are voting.
I think it's good to not say whose is whose on the voting polls, just because, like, if they see that one is mine, one's yours, that might affect somebody's choice.
Right, but what I'm
rather
saying
than
is
team A, team B, or one or two.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, so mine is chicken nachos, cheese curds, Brussels sprouts, waffle fries, and fried calamari. David's is spinach artichoke dip, barbecue boneless wings, chicken quesadillas, chicken lettuce wraps, and chips and salsa.
I mean, if people are telling me they go to a restaurant as an appetizer and get some of those things, I mean, where do you get fried calamari? Seriously, I don't think I've ever seen it
A lot of places, actually.
Not Tavern on France.
Is that the only?
That's the ultimatum right there.
Is that the only menu you looked at to get your 5?
No, because I said a Mexican restaurant for chips and salsa. Where do you get fried calamari from? Or where have you, I guess, had it from?
I had it on my family's last trip to Florida.
I feel like it is a down south.
It's better, obviously, when you're close to the ocean, so you can get it fresh.
Yeah, I mean, up here we just don't get it as good.
It's definitely not as.
Have you ever had alligator?
Yes, I believe.
We had that the last time we went to Florida. That's kind of decent. Just fried alligator.
It's kind of like all those.
It's just the hype. Yeah. You could say eat alligator, but it's kind of cool.
It makes you sound hard.
It's like, oh my god, you had alligator?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it actually tasted exactly like chicken.
Right, exactly. All right, so we'll put out another poll, see what you guys think. I will say both of us have like a good combination of like chip based, or cheese based, or
chicken based. Yeah, like an actual
based. There's a pretty good expansive list.
I mean, we can all agree, and we can all sit here and agree that after our first 2 or 3 rounds, they definitely went a little downhill. Yeah. For both sides.
Well, I'm sure that some people are thinking, oh, where's the mozzarella sticks? Oh, where's the onion rings? But I'm like,
I was gonna say mozzarella sticks, but then I was like, those are so close to cheese curds. I want to.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, well, I already have cheese curds. I can't pick mozzarella sticks, and I'm not a huge onion ring fan.
Yeah, so onion rings are not an appetizer. I think they're like I'll get them instead of fries. Yeah. Like that.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, so make sure you check out the Instagram or Twitter. I
think one person voted on Twitter last time.
Yeah.
Well, we had 3, but did you vote?
Yeah.
So I voted. You voted, and one person. So Instagram was more popular, which is
votes were from Instagram, but that's fine.
We'll tally them both up.
Yeah, we tally them both up. So make sure you check that out. It's going to be on Thursday. So get your votes in. We'll give the results next week. We're kind of liking this whole draft thing.
Yeah, let people get to interactive. You know, like let us know. Maybe drop us what you think is should be the next top 5 option.
Yeah,
we'll take recommendations.
Yeah. So vote and reply what you think should be the next draft, because that'll be more fun.
Totally.
Also, shout out to the 13 people that have reviewed us on both Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Thank you. We appreciate it. If you haven't, you can go on there pretty easy when you're going to listen to this week's episode. Just pop a little review.
And
comment,
shout out to the fellas on YouTube. You guys know who you are for keeping us comments and likes.
Yep.
So we love it.
All right. What was this? 14?
Yeah, 14.
Yeah.
We're almost to 20.
14 wrapped up. We'll talk to you next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Wild.